What is up, guys? Python here, back with another video, and today we are going to be breaking down and discussing the New York Rangers signing Nick Bonino to a one-year deal worth $800K for the year. And again, the Rangers continue the bargain bin shop, and they continue to go after some veteran guys who are on the older side of their career, but are still effective players nonetheless. Nick Bonino, very, very big fan of this signing, considering the fact that the Rangers, one, desperately needed help still on that fourth line. I thought the fourth line was incomplete. Plus, you had guys departing in a guy like Tyler Mott. So you needed to fill out the fourth line and create competition with the fourth line. And you definitely created that. We're going to discuss further signings in future videos. But the Rangers go out and add a guy that, again, I've been wanting for multiple trade deadlines, for a guy that I have just been clamoring for, and they add another guy who has Stanley Cup experience. Not that I think it's the end all be all for guys who are fourth liners, but still, nonetheless, you get a guy that has won a cup along with Jonathan Quick, who I already did a live stream on. If you want to check that out, go to the live page under my YouTube channel. And then Blake Wheeler hasn't won a cup, but he is a good veteran guy who just signed. Go under the video page if you want to watch that video. But we're going to be discussing, before we do, leave a like on the video if you do enjoy, subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload a video or go live next on the channel. But let's talk about this. So Nick Bonino, coming off of a year where he played 62 games, 59 of them with the San Jose Sharks and 3 with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He unfortunately got hurt, so he couldn't really help the Pittsburgh Penguins in his return there, where he did win a Stanley Cup. Couldn't help them go potentially on another run, and they eventually missed the playoffs. I was about to say unfortunately. I don't know why I almost said unfortunately. Like, I care that the Pittsburgh Penguins were about it, or why they, or that it's unfortunate why the Pittsburgh Penguins missed the playoffs. I cannot talk, but I don't know why I was even about to say that. I want to vomit that I was close to. But regardless, Nick Bonino, 19 points in 62 games, does not scream at you anything but fourth line production, which 10 goals, 9 assists, not bad at all. But in previous seasons, he's been a 25 to 30 point guy, and that has pretty much been the standard for his career. Going back to the 2013-14 season, before that, he was a 13-point guy, 18-point guy, which still is not bad for a fourth line guy. But you have his in Anaheim in that year, he had 49 points, 22 goals, 27 assists, which is absurd. And then he followed that up with a 39-point season, 29-37, but then 25, 35, 35, 26, 26. So he puts up very similar numbers. There's one thing that he's doing. He is being consistent for the past half decade or so. So that is one thing that you could count on, is that hopefully health is something that you could count on, because, again, it's a little worrisome that he did get hurt, but hopefully it's nothing too severe. The guy wins faceoffs, though. The guy wins faceoffs. That is for damn sure. 48% of the faceoff dot last year does not scream exciting, but considering the Rangers struggled in the faceoff dot, that's pretty exciting. Plus, before that, not too bad, considering he's been a 50% guy pretty much his entire career. I don't know why I said 50% guy pretty much his entire career, with the exception of 1 year. Ever since that year in Vancouver, or was it Pittsburgh? Yeah, ever since he joined Pittsburgh, he's been a 50% guy outside of 2 seasons, which was this past season and then the 16-17 season. But even then, 48% in the faceoff dot is not bad by any means. Blocks, he blocked shots, 79 blocks, 102 blocks a year before, which is a pretty good amount. He didn't throw too many hits last year, had 19, 30, 40 year before. He's thrown hits a lot. One season he threw 60, but not a lot of hits, that's for sure. He's more of a defensive forward type guy. He had 40 takeaways last year, which is just very good. 50 the year before, to 17 giveaways last year and 15 the year before. So not too bad there. And then when it comes to his possession metrics, his Corsi forward even strength is not sexy whatsoever. Yeah, it is very ugly, actually. It has not been anywhere near 50% since the 2019-2020 season in Nashville. So he definitely shows it in that aspect, that even strength play. But he's out there to be a fourth liner. At the end of the day, you're not asking for 5v5 production from one Nick Bonino. He is a guy that is going to be able to slot in on the penalty kill, which is definitely exciting, because the Rangers desperately are going to need penalty kill help after losing a guy like Tyler Mott, who it's probably unlikely he comes back. And this is pretty much a replacement for him, right? You get a guy that is probably cheaper than Mott was going to be. And it's not really the end all be all. And this is coming from a guy that is a Tyler Mott stan. So if I'm telling you that it's okay, then it is okay. Why can I not find his ice time at shorthanded? I don't know. I mean, his average ice time, though, the past few years, he's actually gotten a good amount of minutes pretty much everywhere he's played. But this is another guy also who I believe he played for Laviolette as well. So that probably goes in correlation, which the Rangers did a couple of moves for guys that did play for Laviolette, which we'll talk more about. They actually just made one a couple minutes ago, but this is going up the next day. So, but yeah, they just signed Eric Gustafson, which we'll talk about in a future video. But regardless, yeah, I'm very, there we go. There's a shorthanded time on ice I was looking for. Yeah, he kills penalties, that's for sure. Almost 200 minutes, some shorthanded some seasons. That is pretty damn impressive. So I'm very pumped about this Nick Bonino signing for a fourth liner, at least. I'm not like saying that this is some game-changing signing, but for a fourth liner, I'm pretty happy. A guy that's actually got some Selke votes in previous seasons as well. That just is a testament to how good he is defensively. So very, very happy about the Nick Bonino signing. Unfortunately, probably means Tyler Mott's not coming back, like I mentioned, but they're shaping up to build themselves a very solid fourth line, and it does make the flexibility of trading Barclay Goodrow if they want to more accessible, because now you have Barclay Goodrow who could play center as well. Probably you prefer him at the wing, but could play center. You have him, Hedel, Bonino, Zibanejad, and Trocheck now, all as your centers, in no particular order there, of course. But you have all those guys as your centers, and that gives you flexibility. So I really like this. I really do like this, especially also because, God forbid, there's an injury. Now you could put a winger on the roster and then shift the guy to center if you have to. If Nick Bonino does get hurt, Goudreau just slots in the center. You put a winger in. You don't have to worry about that, because we know the Rangers did not have a lot of center depth, and they don't usually have a lot of center depth. It's more just a lot of wingers on their roster. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Nick Bonino. The one final tidbit that I will say is, let's look at some even strength numbers. I mean, I don't think he's played really any power play. Yeah, like no power play minutes except for that season where he had 49 points. That's like the only time that he ever got power play time. And I hope he doesn't get any power play time unless we're blowing a team out and Laviolette's just doesn't want to rack up the score and he just throws whatever out there. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on the Nick Bonino front. Let me know your thoughts on the signing in the comment section down below. Would love to hear from you guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live next on the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Let's go Rangers.